Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here, and we're going to pick up after a very good week in the markets. And I know a lot of people are getting back into trading as the fall, the summer has left us. We're entering November. We had a great little market rally the last few days, especially in the face of these crazy earnings that we're seeing, and that's a whole different video. That's a whole different video of how I feel like the market's going to bottom out here. We're bottoming out. We're heading back up, and there's a lot of good trading ahead of us. It is October, the last week of October. And I want to really kind of go over what we're doing here at Day Trading Radio and how important it is if you are going to become a full-time trader or want to be a successful trader to take some steps here. And these are going to be the steps I feel like are important. Now, remember, I've been trading here actually on Day Trading Radio since 2007, but I've been trading full-time since 1996. That's a long time to be trading, and I've seen a lot of things in the market. And over those times, I've really, kind of got into educating new traders coming into the market and developing a methodology and basically a business plan that people can follow. And it is such an important thing to get that across. So I want to kind of talk about that a little bit today and try to get people motivated. Again, I am the Day Trader Rockstar. I trade every day live on DayTradingRadio.com. We get in there about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I would say 7:30. Give myself a little time, but we trade all through the day, and we have a great community of traders, hundreds of traders that trade, and they all follow basically the same methodology, and we're successful. And I want to point that out and kind of show you some of the direct path to profits. So this video is going to be basically just a few guidelines to kind of get you started. This is really going out to traders out there who are beginning. They're not sure exactly where they should start. All right. And I find that a lot with new traders. I've talked to some of the people I work with, and we go back and we see traders who can't make it through the initial hump or get through that learning process, and that's a tough thing to see. And I know that. I see that happen all the time, and I think it's important to recognize that, and I think we could fix that for you. I really do. So we're going to get into it. I want to show you some special stuff today. I haven't realized how many beginner traders are out there that are just starting out. A lot of you got started during the pandemic, and it's difficult at that point because there's trading involves going long, going short. There's short-term traders, there's long-term traders, and you really have to determine what that is. And if people get into this job, or if you want to call it a job, or get into the hobby and just want to learn about trading because they see easy money, but it's not as easy as you think. But could be easy, especially after you've been trading a long time and you have a routine and you have a methodology and what I call a business plan. So I like to teach that each day on our show. I invite everyone to come over and take a look at it. There's always a trial going on. You can always stop in for 10 days and check out everything. But I also want to put out some things here to kind of get you started. This is my direct path to profits, and I'm putting this out because I've discussed it with some of the people I trade with, and some of the things that new traders need guidance with. Now, I try to guide them with everything, and I want to use this video as a point of a communication portal. So if you do have any questions, answer me. I want to use this video, like I said, as to contact and to communicate with people who have questions. Maybe you have questions on trading or how to get set up, because this is going to be for those newer traders who are trying to get into trading. Now, I'm passionate about trading. I love trading so much. It's my job. I see the benefits of it, but it took a long time to get to that point. And it's important to understand there is a learning curve to trading. I always say that I could teach a person to trade really successfully, and I could really teach them, but once they go on their own, they always tend to try to reinvent it or do something different, and they end up blowing up or something happening really bad with their accounts, and they end up coming back saying, I blew up my account, I overtraded, and overtrading is a big thing. So it's important to have a criteria of your trades, and I call it the business plan. But anyway, let's get right into it. Don't waste any time here. This is my direct path to profits, and again, this is more focused to beginner traders. If you're a beginner trader out there and interested in making money, you have to decide what kind of trader you want to be. Do you want to be a part-time trader? You want to be an investor? You want to be a day trader? So we're going to talk about that. So, but always the first thing, and everyone that comes to me, John, I want to learn trading. I said, well, open up an account. Open up a brokerage account. Once you open up that brokerage account, you've taken that first step. Now, if you want to trade the style that we teach and stuff, I kind of understand a lot of people are coming in with not a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, that's a benefit either way. Everything is relative. If you make money with a small account, you're going to make money with a big account. It's just going to be bigger. So all the numbers that you see here are with the basics, the fundamental, the lowest amounts possible to trade. I want to show people that you can be successful trading small accounts. Trading big accounts, it just becomes easier. But getting to that small account and being successful is a little bit harder. But you must open up a brokerage account. That has to be the first step. You have to do that. I mean, it's obvious. And now a lot of people don't even know where to go with that. So I will just kind of guide you in a way. I'm not associated or affiliated with any brokers other than I do use the Ninja Trader platform. I do use the Interactive Brokers platform, but they don't compensate me for anything. But I do like those brokers, and I think that the most important thing is to find it, especially as a beginner trader, maybe a trader doesn't have a lot of capital behind them, a lot of funding, that you start off with a discounted broker. Now, there's three things that we trade, all right? And again, here it says you must make your first step. You must open up an account, deposit money into it. It could be as little as $2,000, but I prefer traders to start with at least $4,000. We trade three different styles. We day trade futures throughout the day, and I'm going to explain that in a second. We trade momentum stocks typically during the hours of 7 a.m. and 10 a.m., and we identify and take swing positions in qualified HPS high probability setups. And those are for people who are not in the markets, 24/7, or at least at a, they have second jobs or they just want to invest. And this is a great, we also pay attention to that because that's very important to have a core or a foundation portfolio that's building money, and you should get into stuff that give you opportunities. So we always identify those with the HPS setups. When opening your account, you must consider what you want to trade, one or everything. Now, there's not many, I always recommend discounted brokers. Discounted brokers are going to give you a smaller margin that you use, or a cheaper margin, I should say. So you don't have to put up a lot of money to take one MES, which is a micro contract. And again, some of the stuff might be over your head at this point, but that's okay. I have to start somewhere, and if you need any help, please just ask. Even if it's like, all right, John, I don't know what an MES micro contract is. I need help with it. I would say, you know what? Tune in at Tuesday nights, ask as many questions you want. Come into the chat room and ask. I'll get you started. We'll get you set up. So discounted brokers for futures traders, which I feel, futures traders, futures trading, the micro contracts, which are a new contract that's just come about in the last couple of years, gives traders an opportunity to get into the market unless, not costing them an arm and a leg, or not requiring a lot of capital to start off. Micro contracts are 1/10 the E-mini contracts. And again, that might be something that's over your head, but just we'll make it easier, one MES contract, and I've done a lot of videos on this, one ES contract, an E-mini contract, when you trade that, basically, if you're not going through a discounted broker, it's going to cost you a few $1,000s just to hold one contract in margin, or like in a broker like Interactive Brokers or some of the other ones. On a discounted broker, it would only cost you $500 for the E-mini, but we're taking it one step, and we're taking 1/10 of that, and we're trading the micro contracts, which are 1/10 of E-mini. So those are only $50 a contract. And there's not many discounted brokers out there that offer this. So there's a few: Ninja Trader, Tradeovate, I think Apex Trader. There's some other ones. You could do your own research, but these two, I highly recommend. If you want to trade stocks, typically discounted brokers don't let you trade stocks and futures together. They usually concentrate on either futures or stocks. If you have a good discounted broker that trades both stocks and futures, please post it in the video in the comments. I would like to see which ones people are looking at. But if you want to trade stocks, momentum type plays, or options, you have to go with an equity broker. And for that, I use Interactive Brokers, but there's many. You got TradeStation, you got TD Ameritrade, you got Schwab. There's many different brokers out there that enable you to trade options and stocks, but a lot of them don't give you that discounted future margin. So it's kind of a where you want to go type of thing. If you want to get into futures trading, which I recommend as a beginner, because I really recommend futures trading if you have time to be in front of the computer, because that's when we're all there. We're a team and we're trading in the market together. So you're able to see my setups, and I'm able to explain exactly why you should get into a trade and why you should get out. And I'm holding your hand basically until you're able to understand that. But once I let go of that hand and you try to do something on your own, most people go off on the rail and they think they could do anything. I highly recommend sticking as close to the methodology as you can to be successful. The methodology protects you. It tells you everything. All right? So, I can't stress that enough. If you want to trade stocks. So there's one path I show traders that they want to make it in this game. If you're not trading the bull market or just buying a hole in there, you'll most likely get chopped up and slowly lose your capital. Meaning, you couldn't do wrong, in 2020, when the pandemic, everyone was at home and stocks were going up just every single day, and it was just crazy. It was easy. People's accounts doubled and tripled, and you had all these geniuses out there trading GameStop and AMC, and everyone was a meme, and the Reddit crew, and everyone was an expert. Now they're all underwater and they're all gone, all right, because they all got blown up, and all these SPACs and stuff, and it's a difficult game, and there's no get rich quick. There's luck, but there is a path, and that's what I teach. I teach the most reliable path in trading. I can't stress that anymore. And then you try it. You just see. But you need the time. You need to put in the time. All right. You can't go off the path. You can't go off the path. All right. You must learn from experienced traders. More importantly, you must have some live guidance and a real-time trading coach, and that's what I'm doing. Once you decide to take trading seriously and have any chance of success, not luck, you must adapt and use the HPS Divergence methodology and the business plan. This is taught here each day and receive all the materials to get you started on the route. So basically, I send out this stuff a lot. This is the business plan. This is basically everybody should have a business plan. You should have a defined set of rules to get you into a trade and get you out of a trade. What's your order entry criteria? What's your profit exit criteria? What's your automatic stop criteria? Your risk management for the trade, how and when to increase your position size, how to set up your charts, tools for the trade, and don't miss any of the signals. Starting balances, it's all relative. Again, you make money on small accounts, you'll make money on big accounts. The trades are the same. Now, like I said, we're part of a tight-knit trading group here. Been around since 2007. There's a lot of experienced traders in the room, and we work together. All right. When you start off, it's kind of overwhelming. There's a lot of concepts, a lot of things that, divergences and stochastics and moving averages and VWAP and a lot of the stuff was just, it's just so much to comprehend in the beginning. But that's okay. I've got it down to a point where we've kind of, have a system of teaching that. And the School of Stock, which is our educational forum here at Day Trading Radio, we have 2 great courses there that help you, and you can always refer back to. I put this down here because if you do sign up and I put up here a roadmap to success, and it's for people who are not part of Day Trading Radio yet. If you want to try it out, you want to take a membership, you want to get a 10-day trial, fill this out, email, tell me what your preferences is. Did I spell that right? Preference, yeah. Trading preferences. And, that's important because that's going to tell me a big difference. I'm trying to, take the site to the next level where we're helping more of the beginner traders get on the right path. If you're not sure exactly how you're going to trade or how much time you have to put into trading, like a lot of people can't trade all the time. They have a job or something like that. And I would recommend them to be more of a swing trader and using the HPS Swing Trader platform, which we have. If you have time to trade and you're really into trading, then I would recommend being in the room at 7 o'clock in the morning and trading the short-term poppers with us, the momentum trades, and then trading futures throughout the day, because that's going to give us those daily income. We can make a lot of money doing that. And it's not stressful, and it's guided. I'm guiding you through that. So it's important. All right, so once you decide trading seriously, you have to adapt that method, all right? Get back down to here. Overwhelmed and during the end, 25 years, business plan, no stupid questions. Ask your questions. It's okay. If you want, this when you sign up for a trial, you will get a lot of the videos and updated courses just sent to you, just to kind of get you started, to understand some of what equipment you need, what brokers to use, how to set up your charts, trading basics, 3 important patterns you got to use, some advanced techniques, concept and rules, and learn the best trade setups that I trade. All right, I trade this so much. I'm not worried about just giving this information away, because it requires a lot of hands-on, to be able to see the trades, to understand the momentum, to see other signals and stuff. I could give you all the tools and stuff, and you could still you could still lose money because you don't understand trends, you don't understand market sentiment. There's a lot of things out there, but to get you started, I do hand out a lot of course material stuff to kind of get you up to date. So take advantage of that, all right? And again, you get that when you sign up for a trial. With the trial, you get the 10-day subscription to Day Trading Radio, high probability watch list. Now, you could go right ahead and join. You get a lot more with a membership at Day Trading Radio. But again, I don't want to just kind of say, hey, just join for no reason at all. Determine what kind of trader you are. If you head over to Day Trading Radio, what if you don't have time to trade? You don't have to be involved in futures. You don't have to take a membership that involves the future contracts. You could take a basic membership that gives you the trades on our swing trade list, which is a very easy thing. I'll show you that in a second. But if you're able to trade daily and you're able to get into our room and stuff, we have all these indicators that you get to use as a member and as a trial member too. So you get to use our tradeometer, you get to use our RockBot channel, you get to see the parts of the trading course, you get to use the dashboard with the live chat rooms, specialized chat rooms, and we've added two new Fridays and Tuesdays, but Tuesdays are new beginner classes, which help newer traders get started, especially if you're a new trader trading for the first time. I advise you to kind of tune in on Tuesday evenings, and I kind of answer your questions and kind of get you really set up here. So you have the chat rooms. We have chat rooms that hundreds of traders in there each day. The tradeometer. This is an algorithm that kind of marks off one of our trade zones that we like to identify. It's what I call the quad setup or quad rotation on the stochastics, and this automatically tells us when that's happening, so we're able to get those delivered to us. And then, of course, our dashboard, which you see my trades and you see all the trade alerts. You have control over the news, the tick strike player, the alert system, have the alerts sent to you on your phone or in your email real time. It's just everything. And then the RockBot channel, which is my pride and joy here, is I built the methodology and I built it into a script, and that script now runs on a separate channel here at Day Trading Radio, and it identifies all our divergence trades, and you could actually shadow it, and it's fantastic. And I use this personally myself, and I know a lot of people now. As a lifetime member, you get this code. If you have a Ninja Trader platform, you could actually run this code on your own machine and have it trade for you. That's only available for lifetime members. All right. So that's just an update on some things that we were doing here at Day Trading Radio. I'd recommend just kind of giving it a shot. Downloading the direct path to profits and getting a couple of those early courses to get you started. All this is included, all right, especially on how to get set up, make sure your charts are set up, And then once you take the trial, if you want to continue with Day Trading Radio, we have a very good membership packages, and I want to show you those right now. All right, if you go to the Day Trading Radio site, you'll see it's daytradingradio.com. You'll see what you're looking here right now. We're actually have a 3-day sale for end of Stocktober here. Normally we are a lifetime. It includes all the scripts and everything for life at Day Trading Radio. It's cut in half. We have a sale price on it. It's $9.99. You can take different payments, and then it has everything involved. So anything now and in the future, Day Trading Radio you get, and you don't have to ever pay for it again. But normally, we can start off with your 90-day starter program, which is $99, and that kind of gets you started in a really good way. You get everything, and you get some special stuff also. You get part of the HPS School of Stock courses, which is good. You have the School of Stock, the RockBot channel, the high probability setups, and the tradeometer. Now the high probability setups, it's kind of an interesting thing because you could, if you're not into, and again this is me downselling everything here, but if you're not an active trader, the high probability setups takes what we teach and we send it out on alerts for swing trades. These trades could be held from, I would say, 2 to 4 weeks and possibly longer. And that's just, and it has its own little site. We put the trades go up there every Friday along with the HPS watch list, and they get automatically sent to you. You could put in your email address, your whatever type of trades you want, delivered to you to trade alerts, and the cell number you could get sent to your phone. It could get sent to your email and stuff. So that's something if you're not an active trader. If you're not an active trader, we do have that. It's real reasonable, $29.95 a month, very reasonable. But if you are an active trader and really want to make some money daily, then I would definitely advise one of the other. We have the Roadmap to Success, which is our 3-month starting program. 1 month is $69.95. Yearly is $7.99, and exclusive lifetime, which includes the code, which is that's years and years of coding right here. This is really the thing. That's $18.99, but it is on sale until Monday for $9.99. So you can take advantage of that if you wanted to lock that in. You could go. Feel free to explore the site. There's a lot of great information on here, especially on the HPS setups here. And again, if you find yourself not being a full-time trader, definitely just take advantage of the one. If you find yourself to be a little bit more active trader, then you want the full package. You click on, once you become you get your sign in, you click on your members area, you put in your password and your username, and it'll open up into a beautiful dashboard here. And the dashboard, as you can see, there's actually Bitcoin and the ES up here, Paul. RPM has been broadcasting tonight. My screen is down here. It's also running the RockBot channel. We have our trade alerts here. You see we sold the Duo today. I ended up selling my Duo, the end of my Duo today. Picked up some Boeing. All the trade alerts go out instantaneous. The chat room, you open up the chat rooms up here. We have all the trading archives, the playbook trades, the HPS watch list, the HPS watch list video, all these links on top. This is the watch list from last week, and it kind of goes down over what we were looking at: Boeing, Net, Boston Scientific, Meta, everything that's in focus this week. Next week we're going to be looking at some new stocks. Let me go back here, go back to the dashboard. There we go. There's just a tremendous amount of information on this dashboard too that you could get around. And don't forget the chat room. We have a lot of traders in there overnight. Even if you're out there and you're trading from somewhere over in Europe or in Asia and you can't get on Day Trading Radio, we do broadcast the RockBot 24/7, the tradeometers 24/7. They work off the futures. All right. Futures are where it's at, though. Let's just end this video by showing you something. I trade futures. I think I've mastered the divergence technology, the divergence trade that was passed down by George Lane in the 1950s, and he developed that. I've taken it, I've added to it, I've refined it a bit, I've added some new things to it, and we trade it every single day. And we trade the MES, or the micro contracts. Now, when I say you can start off with a small account, I'm doing the show during the day. I'm on the air at 7 o'clock. We're usually trading stocks, options, and futures. So if I do see a trade, a divergence trade, I will take it. Sometimes I don't take a big position, and I use the MES, and I use it usually 1 or 2 contracts, sometimes 3. I need that to be taken more on some better contracts, but it's just it's actually just because I want to be in these trades to proof of concept and proof of trade setups. It's very important to get in them and see them work, so you have the confidence to get them too. So I would recommend you shadowing me. I have no problem with that. I know my trades are great. This is this week's trades. I have traded how many times? We had 47 trades, 47 MES trades, 85%, 36 winning trades, 6 losing trades out of the whole week. All right. Most of these were just a point each, and the average trade was about a buck, or average trade. Let me see, average winning trade. I think this is in let's see, in points. I have to put it into currency here. Yeah, average trades is about $5. It's just about a point here, but a lot of them are, and again, doesn't sound like a lot, but it's actually it's pointing out the spot. So if we take a look at our trades, every single trade I take is based off the methodology, and it's based on the exit scenarios too. And I've taken the exit scenarios and pushed that to a point, 85% success, and that's okay. I've seen 90% on weeks. If I'm focused, I could have a great run on these things, and I try to keep my losses minimal. I don't gamble too much. And now just think, if this because this is one contract, for the week, actually it's for the 2 weeks here. So to take that back, this is actually 2 weeks of trade, not just this 1 week, because I didn't trade that much this week. It was 2 weeks of trades. Not a lot but again, I'm just I'm just pointing out the trades with live trades. You multiply that by how many contracts you were in, and you could see this number jump up a notch. If I was trading 5 contracts, just 1/2 of an ES contract, 1/2 of an ES contract, 1 contract ES contract is $500 margin. 1 MES is $50 margin. All right, so we do 5 of those, $250 that you put on your trade. You multiply that by 5. Your average trade is going to be about $25 to $30, and then if you're taking 4, 5, 6 trades a day on that, you could see well over $100 in profits, and that's at the bare minimum. Remember, I don't want people to think, oh, this guy's not making a lot of money. I'm showing you success, percentage success. You could do whatever you want with that. You could put 100 contracts on it. All right. That's up to you. I want to show you success. I want to have this, and I want to have my profit factor high. Profit factor 3.28. I want my percentage profitability 85%. I want it 85 or higher every week. I mean, that's good. The losers, we can actually go over those, and I could actually show you these real fast. And that's how I point out the trade. So we're going to go to the trades now. No, these are the trades. Actually, no, that's not the trades. Let's go back here. Let's go to this. This is not the trades. All right, I scroll back here. I don't know how many days I scroll back, but you can see the trades here. Most of these trades are going to be based off of what we call a divergence setup. Some of them will be based off of relative strength and maybe what we call a 20/20 flag. But you can see I like relative divergences a lot when the price comes down close to a low, but the stochastics hold much higher. And I also refined my exit strategy a little bit more to take us out, especially with the volatile markets. This is something that really made a big difference. I always say that if you add this one rule, and that one rule is taking your trade off on your first 9/3 rotation on your time frame. So if you trade in the 1 minute time frame and you get a rotation, say you get in here or right here, say we got in right here. But in this case, we traded this one off of a 5 minute time frame. But on a 1 minute time frame, and again, these lines down here might mean nothing to you, but they're super important. All three of these, I mean, especially that 60/10 on the bottom is something that I've built out and know how to work with the other two. They work great together, all three of them, and we look for different setups, different ways of reading this. If the momentum on this is moving back and this is moving high, we're looking at a flag. That's called a flag, a bull flag, and that's what we're trading there. We're also taking our trades off when we get above that 80 line. That prevents us from seeing any downside. So these are truly scalps. These are true scalps. You also do the sell side divergences too. And not all divergences are equal. Sometimes we're going to see a real great divergence, and at that point I want to say that's a 3-star divergence. You need to take a big position. And when you take a big, here's one I shorted on this big pop here, and we took one off and took another one off. That was actually, and we do both sides, really both sides of the trade. Now, I don't trade overnight too much. This is the overnight trade, so I'm not up at 2 o'clock in the morning, so you won't see many trades there. But once we get at 7 o'clock, it's all about finding the same setup. The same setup is there. Now, this was one of the few losses, and it was a pre-market trade here, and I see that what happened here. It looked like it was starting to give us a little divergence pre-market, and that was right at around, probably some news came out at 8:30. You have to remember when news comes out. But this was one of my favorite divergences right here. When you have a fast candle down and it takes out the previous lows and it doesn't really move, that would jump all over that and had a nice little pop. And that ends up, our criteria is to put our stop under the candle low and let that run. So if you have multiple contracts, there's no telling how far these trades will go. All right. Sell is a short divergence up there, and we took that off for about 3 points right there. That's a nice little trade. Then we got in a buy divergence here, and you can see that little candle and the higher stochastic, and then we get a nice little pop there, and that's another 3 1/4 point, 3 3/4 points. These are big moves. These are pretty big moves, but what's the key here is taking them off quickly. Understanding the trend and not sticking around. The thing about divergences is if I see a divergence, 90% of the time you're going to see a direction in the face of in the direction of the divergence. 90% of the time. Now I've had a lot of stats behind that. All right. If I see a running divergence, here's a nice divergence right here. You see that higher low and that lower low right here, and that big pop. Kind of had one over here. It kind of popped and chopped. I'm not in long, but there is opportunities to be in long too. And I probably missed a few of these too. But that's why we work as a team. There's a little pennant formation here. Look at that. Look at that pennant formation, how it broke down here. I don't know if you could see that. Wow, that was a nice pennant formation that broke down. Oh, and this was probably that was a nice candlestick. It wasn't really a divergence, but that was a nice candle. That was a nice divergence here. I did not take that. I'm not going to get them all, especially that's at 12:45 in the morning. But you do see these divergences at night also. Right here, there's one. So again, I would love to be able to trade at the night, in the evening once a night, just to get people profiting over in Europe and in Asia. So if you're out there in Europe and Asia and you want to take advantage of that, you got to let me know, because there is opportunities out there. All right, there's another nice divergence right here, and a nice little probably 10-point pop. In this market environment, you get some really good divergences. But until we get those, all we have to do is just wait on this market. That's what we have to do, is just wait. Big candlestick, higher lows here, easy trades. I didn't take that. That's a little early, probably 8:15 in the morning. A little news came out there. Sometimes news will move the stock, but the majority of the time you see a divergence. Yeah, like I said, you see a divergence, I'll show you the stock move in the direction of the divergence 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times. This is a rotation up, and this is a kind of a bullish flag here, which I liked. I like that reversal candle. That was probably one of the best setups here that I came after hours. I came at right when the market opened up, it reversed. Didn't take that one. Well, that's our futures trades. Oh, that was another pretty good one here. Now that's on the 1 minute time frame. Starting next week, we're going to be having multiple charts up on the screen. So if we have that 3 minute time frame there, you can see there's usually much better opportunities on 3 minutes, especially when you have trends. Look at this big candlestick. Look at the higher low. Could have went to bed and just made, hundreds of buku dollars there, hundreds. The 3 minute I call as my special sweet spot time frame. It's a great time frame to trade. Here's what we call a double bottom divergence. Look at that. That's the sweet spot right there. And I think we're going to probably end up focus on a little bit more on the 3 minute next week. Next week we'll focus a little bit more on the 3 minute time frame, because it does give us great setups. Some of these might have been. I have to go back and look. Like here, right here, this little candle, sneaky candle down. You can see the stochastics didn't really turn down here. That's a nice 3 minute, nice run up. All of them work. I am so excited. I mean, all these work. But you have to understand it, and you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined on this. You have to be working as a team. We have to be in front of it. All those. But the money is there, just like a business plan. You find where the money is. You go where the money is. You know how to make the money. That's what we're doing. Super important. Very, very important here. Downward channels. When we have a channel like that, we look for divergences to take that channel and break it out. Channel doesn't have to be perfect, but we have to have that underlying lower lows. And once you see that higher low being put in and the lower low or double bottom, then 9 times out of 10 your trade is going to happen and break out of the channel. Now this is at 4 o'clock. This is perfect for European traders. Perfect for European traders at that point. Even though I offer a script for the Ninja Trader platform, I do offer a script for the divergence trading. I'm running the script on this now, and it'll back test, and it'll show us all those divergences. And the script will give you, you could put your parameters in it. You could put your stop. I have it set that you have your stop put at what I call a divergence low stop, which is automatic stop on the lows. But you could set the parameters for your targets and your trailing stops, and you could just let this thing run. Now I don't recommend letting it run overnight. I recommend letting it run, getting you in the trade, because it will be faster than you, and then monitoring the trade with myself, as kind of air control command, talking about the right trend and understanding some other things of the market. So this will get you in the trades. I recommend when you could get out. These are fantastic divergences, and they take fast profits. You take profits off, and then you have a trailing stop. So you could even get bigger moves if the market just explodes higher. Like you get in long here, it takes first profit, second profit, first profit, second profit, first profit, second profit. It doesn't take much to get those out. These little moves right here are sometimes 3, are 4-point moves, 4 to 5-point moves. You know, not to say you're going to catch all those, but, you know, multiple contracts. One contract, if you got all 4, is $20. If you had 3 contracts on it, it would be $60 trades. You know, that's like finding a $60 bill on the ground. I like to call it a $60 bill. Well, you see it, you know, that's there. It's there, and that was today's market here. A nice run up today. So, great. This runs, actually, it is running now live on the Rockbot channel. So if you do go to the, again, to go to Day Trading Radio, and let me just show you one last thing before we set this off. And remember, this video is about getting you to the point of starting point. I'm pushing this out to some beginners. You might see this. You might already be a member. It always helps to kind of get those things embedded into your you know, into you, kind of the concept of taking profits, concept of understanding trend, and how well the divergences work. Even when I automate them, you could see that they work, and you have to just be taking the profits. Taking profits. It's like finding $5, $10, $20 bills all over the sidewalk when you're walking down the street. You would pick them up, right? So that's what I always consider this. That's my analogy. It's finding, see a nice divergence on the 3-minute time frame right here? Boom, in, out. You got a nice, you know, you just take it in and take it out. There will be times when you have a great setup, and that you could hold that setup much longer, and you'll make a lot more money on it. You will have your big days. The key is not having the big down days, and that's that. I think we got that settled. I think you can always make good money each day, as long as you have discipline. You wait for the right setups and you apply your stop. Simple, simple, simple. All right. And when you have a good team behind you, reinforcing those rules and trading together, and we have all those, you know, all those members in there saying, all right, we got a divergence here, where we're going to place our stop. That is key. So hopefully you learned something from this video. All right. I want to end this video with I've been working on a couple of, this is from a book, Sun Tzu Art of Trading, or Sun Tzu's Art of Work applied to trading for traders, for day traders. And, you know, Sun Tzu was a very famous Chinese general, and he wrote that book, Sun Tzu Art of War. And it talks about strategy, you know, and strategy is important. And we go to war every morning, you know, when we get in the market. There is a war. And this is important too. So here's 3 of them that I was working on. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. And you have to understand that if the market is in a trend, or you know, aggressively moving in a certain direction, you don't see the pivots, and pivots are very important for our divergences. We have to have a range. We have to have chop. If we don't see that, we see direct, you know, a direct trend or something very steep in either direction, you don't want to trade certain times, you know, especially around news. You don't want to, that's gambling. Or into earnings, that's gambling. Don't be desperate to trade. You can't be a trader if you're desperate and impatient. You must let the market come to you. And coming to you is important. Those divergences will show up. They will show up, and I will point them out to you. Patience is gold. Sometimes you can accomplish the most by doing nothing and just waiting. You'll save an enormous amount of time, energy, and money, I should put down there. It is a military axiom not to advance uphill against the enemy, nor to oppose him when he comes downhill. In trading, a trend, we just talked about it, once in place, has a higher chance to continue in the same direction. Don't fight it. So when we have a rising channel, this is great information. You have a trending market, very strong. You want to take buy-side divergences. You don't want to take sell-side divergences. You want to take bull flags. You don't want to take bear flags. If you have a downward trending market, then you want to take sell-side divergences. They happen when the market bounces, but the bigger trend is down. All right, and then last, according to circumstances, as circumstances are favorable, one should modify one's trading plan. In trading, this has been a great advice for experienced traders, but not so much for beginners. Only the best traders with ample trade and market experience can get a free pass to not follow their trading plan from time to time. That means switching things up. I'm not recommending people to try to analyze this on their own and go off the path. for a newer trader out there, and I stress this so much, stay on the yellow brick road. I am telling you, what I have for you and what you will see here, trading wise, if you go through the process of open up your account and trading with us, you will make money if you follow the business plan, if you follow the trades. If you go on your own, I'm not saying you won't be successful, but if you don't have that experience, you will get chopped up. Because you know what they say, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So I'll see you guys in the room, our trading room, on Monday, if not earlier, or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or whenever you think. Use this video. If you have any questions, you can contact me directly at dtrs@daytradingradio.com, dtrs@daytradingradio.com, or you could just, like I said, I want to try to use this video and answer as many questions as I can so other people could see the questions. All questions are good questions. All right. Enjoy it. Again, try the trial. The trials, the link will be in the video, and I'll catch you guys in the market.